Hey y'all, I'm Abby, More Than Just Skin, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. I am thrilled that you are taking some time out of your day to spend a little bit of time here with me. So today's video is an overview on my thoughts on my Shop My Stash, the 5 items that I chose for the month of July. And I'm going to go through each one of those items, and I'm going to tell you, I'm wearing them all on my face today, and I am going to tell you kind of what my thoughts were throughout the month, how I feel about them after having used them a little bit more, and just my overall thoughts on them. So if you're interested in this video, then hit that subscribe button and here we go. Okay, so the premise on this video is that sometimes I forget about products that I have in my stash. I get a lot of new products in and I want to use them, and I forget about the old ones and I don't really know what I think about them anymore. So what I've been trying to do the past few months is pick 5 products and use those throughout the month. Now, one thing that has become very clear to me is that I get bored with products very fast. Like, it's very hard for me to use the same product over and over and over again throughout the month. So I'm gonna switch this up for next month, and I'm gonna try something a little bit different. And what that is I am going to actually put makeup in a makeup bag at the beginning of every week, and that's going to be the makeup I use for the week, and every week I'm going to change it out and see if that works better and if I don't get as bored with the products and with the items. So that's going to be another video coming up to show you what I'm picking for each week, and I hope I can get those videos up. I may have some of them over on Instagram, do some lives with it, so if you're not following me there, you should be. But yeah, so that's kind of the way I was thinking about doing this. But talking about the 5 products that I chose for the month of July, the first one was the Chanel Vita Aqua Luminaire. Is that how you say it? Oh, I'm sorry, Vita Luminaire Aqua. Now, let me start by saying that this shade, I have it in the shade 30 Beige. This is my winter shade, so I ended up mixing this with a darker foundation throughout the month, which was fine. This foundation, I pretty much used all month long. I enjoyed it all month long. It is a very lightweight foundation. I would put conceal spots around my face. I did suffer from some breakouts this month. I am blaming it on the fact that it is so hot. I'm wearing so much sunscreen, and I've been going to the pool a lot and sweating and all that. So I have been enjoying this all month. I think it's a great option for summer. It feels lightweight on the skin, but yet it gives you a good, I mean, it's not full coverage. I would put it probably in light to medium, but it can be built up to medium, but I've had no problem with that, and I've really enjoyed this. So this is an item that I have been wearing a good bit throughout the month. The second item that I chose, I was trying to think if this was 2 or 3, but this is, I'm going to put it as the second item, is the Stay Matte Rimmel. Now, I love this powder. Using it this month really has solidified that I still love this powder. You get it at the drugstore. I don't love the packaging, but for the price, I think it's great. It is not my favorite powder though. My favorite drugstore powder right now is actually the LA Girl Pro, I think it's Pro HD. I love that one. And actually with the Chanel powder, I found myself reaching more for the Giorgio Armani powder foundation. I use that a lot with this foundation. However, today I'm using this. I also used it to set my under eyes. I also used it to carve out a little bit of contour because I didn't do any contouring. I just basically put on my Chanel bronzer. But yeah, so I have this has shown that I do love this powder. I will continue to reach for this powder. It is definitely a staple in my collection. Let me say too that if you see me glistening a little more than usual, it's hot as can be in here. You know, it's Mississippi, it's 100 degrees. I'm under these lights. I don't know what else to say. But the third item is this Full Coverage Liquid Concealer Waterproof by Ulta Beauty, and I have it in the shade Light Warm. Okay. I like the concealer. I don't like the smell of it. It smells kind of mentholy. It doesn't irritate my eyes. My eyes are irritated anyway. Doesn't irritate my eyes. But I think I just don't really like the smell of it. I can make it work. I don't feel like it covers the way I want it to cover. But it is a thick concealer. And I know that really kind of doesn't make sense. But it's just not my favorite. I like the Fit Me Maybelline better. I like the Flower Beauty one better. I like, of course, the Urban Decay Naked Skin better. I think I need to add that to my, I need to use that some more to see what I think about that. But I will continue to use this up, but I just don't think I'll repurchase it. The fourth item is the Stila Convertible Color in the shade Lilium. As I've said before, that in the summertime, I actually really do like cream blushes. I think that they look natural. I think they just look really pretty on the cheeks. I didn't reach for this a lot. I have it on today. It's a beautiful color. It just kind of is very natural. But I think when I'm more tan, I have to build this up a lot. So I think it was more of the color that I didn't reach for a lot. If you're fair, I think this is perfect. Maybe if you're really deep, this is perfect. But I felt like it just really kind of blended into my skin and didn't really do a whole lot for me. I have it on today, like I said. I like it. But I did not reach for it as much as I wanted. Do y'all hear that? That's Finley. That's what I live with. I'm sure it's the mailman. He hates the mailman. He's so mean to the mailman. Okay, we're gonna keep going. He'll probably still be barking. But yeah, and so I may actually declutter this whenever I do a declutter. And the fifth item is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. So I chose this one. Now, I did use this pretty much all month. Let me tell you though, one thing that I figured out with this palette, it has what I consider to be some really pretty cool toned shimmer shades. But there's not a good cool tone transition shade. So I actually had to pull out some single shadows to get me a good cool tone shade for transition and a matte shade. So that is what I did on when I was trying to build up and trying to wear cool tone looks. This is a great warm tone palette. It really could build up a lot. There's a lot of options, especially with the shimmers. I think that this palette, the shimmers are better than the mattes for sure, except these really dark mattes, you get a ton of color payoff. You get, they are great to line your eyes with. I really, really love it for that. This whole month, I have not reached for another eyeliner. I have been using these shades down here on a brush. That is what I'm wearing today, and I have been really enjoying it. I think it kind of gives you a soft, blown out type look. And for summer, I think that that's pretty because it's not quite so harsh. I actually, too, have worn some of these blue shades just kind of for fun on the weekends. And then these purple shades, I have kind of done like what I consider kind of a sunset eye. So I really do love this palette. I have enjoyed it. I did wear it pretty much the whole month, but that was my only complaint, was that I feel like it's really lacking with some cool tone transition shades. So yeah, so that's my overview of the 5 products that I chose for the month of July. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Like I said, I'm going to try something different for the month of August because I did feel like I was getting a little burnt out. Even with the palette this large, I kind of was like, oh my gosh, I have to reach for that again. So I did want to kind of switch it up and maybe do it week by week. So we will see how that goes. So I hope this video finds you having a fantastic day and a great week, and I will see you all soon. Bye, y'all.